Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, coming at you with my round 3 video. This is season 3, week 1 of the Grand Arena Championships, and this is the round 3 recap. Let you know how this battle went. This was kind of crazy. My opponent, he had some interesting teams. Basically everything you would normally set on defense was medium to high relic, gear 13, kind of maxed out. Like, from looking at his roster, I knew it's like the only thing he focused on was his heavy defense teams. So, like, let me show you down here in the south. He's got his Night Sister team, and everybody's relicked up there except for Daka. And then he's got Padme on defense, and everybody again is relic except for C3PO. So, it's going to be a tough one. We'll jump into it here. When to go take out his Padme team, and for that, you should use Traya. What you should not do is about everything I'm fixing to do right here, because I played this match horribly, and I knew that as soon as I started doing it. I was just like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. And, you know, there's nothing you can do. You can't undo it. But you should go in with Traya. Traya is a great counter for Padme. What you should do is isolate Padme, and that way she can't give out all the protection up, and everything that she does is kind of group-oriented, like healing everybody, and her kick, you know, being able to kick and call an assist. So all that is kind of group-oriented, and she can't do that if she's isolated. So once you do that, then you want to work on Jedi Knight Anakin, and start taking him out as fast as possible. And so that's what I started doing here. And for now, things are going okay. You got Thrawn in there. He's got Fracture to be able to help, and Fracture Kenobi. What I should not have done was that. Annihilate Padme. You can leave her isolated, and she's basically harmless. Should have taken out Jedi Knight Anakin straight from the beginning. He's the main damage dealer of the bunch, so he's the biggest worry. And I don't know why I didn't do that, but, you know, I just figured, I guess, with Padme gone, I don't have to worry about her lead and unique, nothing to do with her. And I was free to isolate, Kenobi when I got the chance. And instead, you can see I lost Thrawn. Now I don't get my fractures, and I don't have as much control over the match as I should. He also can't throw turn meter and top up protection. Well, I thought, okay, you know, no big deal. So isolate Kenobi there and keep on going, business as usual. And I got Gear 13, all triumvirate now. The only one that was Gear 12 in this scenario is my Sith Trooper. Right here, Annihilate is up again, and I just keep looking at my Anakin thinking, oh, I got him down in the yellow. I'm fine. I'm working on him, so I'll kill him off next. So I annihilated Kenobi, and what does he do? He gets his turn, extra offense, boom, takes out Sith Trooper. Now I'm down to just my triumvirate, and Treya's down into the yellow. And so I still got Anakin, and he takes out Traya right there. Like, I should have just taken him out right in the beginning. You know, that was a mistake on my part, but you know, it's done. I mean, nothing I can do there. So check this out, okay? I got Shakti and Anakin and C3PO still. He's under stealth. I'm fixing to take out Anakin, but watch my Nihilus. Like, maybe it's part of Shakti's moves or whatever, but there went Anakin, and there goes my Nihilus. He just died from whatever she just did right there. He took damage. And that was it. So he's just like keeled over dead. Now it's just Darth Sion against Shakti. And I'm going to fast forward this because there's no sense in y'all watching it the whole time. And that's it. Unfortunately, it's just same over and over. And he couldn't do anything. So ended in a draw. Nothing else I could do with him there, even though he survived. So I had to clean up his Padme, which I didn't want to do. Luckily, without a leader in there, without the Padme leader, I mean, she gets no bonuses, so it's just a standalone Shakti with C-3PO in there helping her out a little bit, but, you know, there's not a lot she can do with the courage and all that stuff. That's gone. So now I just had to worry about her constantly retaliating and getting the counterattacks in. She's got that buff for, what is it, retribution. And so she's able to take off protection off everybody. So it's not even going to be pretty banners for cleanup just because she's hit everybody now. And the EP team doesn't do a good job at all of gaining protection back. So even though they're clearly going to be able to take her out, again, it's just another way that I'm sloppy on the banners, you know, as far as efficiency goes for this match. It just did not go my way. But, you know, that's only my own mistake. I realized while I was making them that I was making mistakes, and you get what you get. So, took her out. Wasn't pretty. 36 banners for that match. And now I got his Night Sisters, and thankfully I didn't risk, you know, troopers. Normally I would try my Imperial troopers because I have them modded to take out Night Sisters, but they're not modded to take out 4 out of 5 high relic Night Sisters. I've tested it, and it seems like 3 is the limit. Anytime there's 3 out of 5, that's kind of pushing it. So you really want like 2 to be relic or less, and the rest to be gear 12. Otherwise, Imp Troopers are, you know, gets kind of iffy. But Padme's pretty solid against high relics and all that, and I've got my Padme up to gear 13 finally. I think everyone here except for, well, Zaris and Shakti are gear 12, and the other 3 are gear 13 with at least some relics. Relic 7 Anakin, I forget what on my GK, and on my Padme, probably 1 or 2. You can see that it still takes a minute, but eventually they can get him down. Once Anakin gets to go, and pretty much whoever he attacks is going to be down for the count, and then he does his AoE and just clears the table. Now it's just zombie to clean up, and that's pretty easy to do. So let me show you guys what he's got waiting for me in the back. And I guess this is what you want to do if you want to stop your opponent. You know, make him have to use tough teams to get to that back zone. And then once you uncover that back zone, he put his 2 best teams. He's got General Skywalker there with some, again, relicked up clones. And he's got his Darth Revan team up there. And that's going to be tough. It's like, he already made me get through a Padme team and his Night Sisters that were super high relics. And now I got to get through these tough teams. Like, everything he's putting on defense is top notch. Thankfully, I have my Darth Revan counter, and it's pretty reliable, maybe 95%. I mean, I don't hardly struggle with this, hardly lose. The battle flow can go a little bit different sometimes, but in general, it's pretty reliable. So, able to take out his Darth Revan. Banners aren't pretty, but I was able to get through it. And then I had to use my Darth Revan against his General Skywalker team. Because again, even though he's got, you know, it's 5 stars or whatever, it's not Relic 7, all his 501st are relicked up there, and they make this fight that much tougher. So I got to go in locked and loaded with my best team, which is Darth Revan at this point, and try and take him out. And luckily, I've been able to test this in arena a little bit. Whenever there is a chance to take out an understarred GS, I've used my Darth Revan and know that it works pretty well. It's not great on banners again, but it's something that can get the job done. So, lost my Malik, and you can see I just got Darth Revan, Bastila, and HK left. But I can do enough damage with this team that I can get things going. And so once you get him to sit down, I can finally start dropping people, you know, left and right. Now I'm worrying about, you know, who can I take out, make sure I get everybody out before he stands back up again. Because when he's not 7-star Relic 7, he stands back up. He doesn't go as berserk as if he was maxed out. Right there, that would have probably killed all 3 of them. And instead, he's barely doing any damage. So there we go. Took him out. Only got 50 banners for that, but at least that was done. And now up top, I don't think I showed you guys this. This is what he's got waiting for me. So he's got a Watt team, and it's Dooku lead with Newt. Got Django in there. And then he's got JTR as the tank. And she is a tank, though. So Watt's going to put the protection, taunting tech on her, make her taunt. And that can be a huge pain. And then he's got Grievous there, and he's got Geos, and it's all top relics. So it's a lot tougher is all I'm saying. So the best way to go about it is for the Watt team, took in my CLS, and then being a low star Watt, they're pretty squishy, so Han will shoot first, and you can shoot first, and my Relic 7 Han can just take out Watt right at the beginning before he gets any techs on the board, and then this team falls apart. It's clearly designed for the techs to do their job, and without him being a key piece of that and dishing those techs out to the people that need them, you can see how they just fall apart. The CLS team does plenty of damage, and there's nothing to worry about. So, got rid of him, and his whole plan, of Ray taunting and everything and being the tank for the team just doesn't work. And that's it, going after Django, and then I got Newt left just to clean up, and he's not going to be a match for anybody. Take him out there. He's done. 56 banners for this team. Again, not great banners, but got done, got through the team. So, I wanted to share that with you. A lot of people don't know that JTR is a tank. So if you see her on a team with Watt, do your homework, watch out, because she will taunt and be able to take quite a beating. Got to watch out for that. So his next 2 teams are the Geos and that Grievous team, and both of those are scary looking teams. I told you, everything he puts on defense is just stacked. So the next one I'm going to go against is Grievous, and I've got my Jedi Knight Revan team with the Bastille lead, and at this point I'm thinking, as long as I can get my counters to work, if everything works in one, I'm doing okay, and then I can roster drop on the Geos, depending on how that goes. I've never fought a Geo squad where all 5 were high relics. So actually 6 if you count the Brute. So all of them being top relics is something to worry about. So, but back to that, the battle at hand is this Grievous. He's got high relics on all of that. That doesn't seem to make too much of a difference, though, thankfully. And I won't have to worry about it as much going forward, because I did take my Bastilla and my Jolie to Gear 13, put Relic 1, I think, on both of them. I was debating doing that because, Relics had a lot of GP, and the difference between just Gear 13 and Relic 1 was like 6,000 health, I think, on Jolie. So I went ahead and did it. I mean, if I can make him strong, I'm going to make him as strong as I can, even if it raises my GP. So I've got them both to Relic 1, Gear 13 for this next week of Grand Arena coming up. We'll see how that goes, but hopefully I've got quite a bit more survivability than just a Gear 12 squad. You can see that everything in this matchup is business as usual. Go after B2, get him out of the picture, then just kind of whittle away at stacks of B1 and hit Magna Guard when you can, and just wait for direct focus to come back up from Revan and be able to direct focus Grievous when the opportunity presents itself. So here we go. Can mark Grievous and start dogpiling him, and that's what we're going to do. Just do enough damage. Now I can use Yoda's AoEs and his special and everything to do as much damage as I can do. Send Revan over there to help out. Turn meter swap. Again, everything I can do to try and get Grievous out of the picture. And there he goes. And once he's gone, this match is pretty much well in hand. I just got to worry about Droideka getting off a big hit, you know, if that were to happen. And so I'm going after him while the opportunity presents itself, because Magna Guard's over there with buff immunity. Didn't have to worry about him taunting. Trying to get some stacks off of B1. Get rid of him. Now it's just Magna Guard. He can't do anything all by his lonesome. So it is kind of nice having a G13 Magna Guard to take a beating. Don't have to worry about killing him real quickly accidentally. So the last battle is, well, I should say the last match took several battles. And I'm not going to show all that because ultimately they were all failures. Like, I threw my Jawas in there, and Jawas actually survived long enough to blow up 2 of the Geos, but that was as far as I could get. Everything else might as well have been, you know, shooting a Nerf gun at a brick wall. It was doing absolutely nothing to it. So if you don't have the right counters like Traya or a top meta team, or even Jawas geared enough to take them out, there's nothing else you're going to cobble together that's going to take out strong high relic Geos. So that was that. Unfortunately, I couldn't even get to see what ships he had him back. You know, it was very frustrating not being able to clear the top. And so the whole time I'm waiting for my opponent to attack, thinking all he has to do is clear the rest of my front and then go for ships, and he can leave my back zone alone. And he doesn't even have to worry about what's back there. So let me show you this. So my opponent, he attacked once. He took out my Geos, and you can see that in my South 1. He 2-shot him. I don't know what he used. And then for his cleanup, he got 43 points out of it. So he used Traya Underman to clean up. And he didn't go again. You look at the timer. There's 2 minutes left when I took this screenshot. He didn't move. So he did that one attack. And I'm wondering the whole time when I'm going to get my ass kicked. And when he's going to send me, you know, to the loser's lounge. And he doesn't go. He just left it. He could have easily won. So squeaked out a win. You know, win's a win. I'll take it, I guess. But that's it. Put an end to the misery of this week for me, and we'll see you guys in this next week coming up. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.